Okay, I have another question for you, Ron.
Go right ahead, ask.
Can you talk to us about native, non-native, and invasive species in our lake?
Sure. Let me talk about the native fish that we have here. You know, Lake Michigan is known for its lake perch. Oh man, we have lake perch galore. Every year we're excited about it. It's just amazing. The type and the various type of fish as far as the salmon family, the trout family we have here. We have the rock bass, another native fish here. And believe it or not, we have bluegills here on Lake Michigan as well. Now, let's talk about these alewives, okay? Drove people crazy. Like I said before, the stench was unbearable. So thanks to the mayor, he decided to introduce this salmon fish, which is not totally native to the Great Lakes, okay? Made a big difference. Now, when it comes to your invasive species, I like to call them invaders. That's what they are, invaders. Starting with the goby itself, the round goby came into the Great Lakes sometime in the 90s, 90 to 94, okay? And because of that, there was a European freighter. Whenever these freighters are trying to balance the water level, they will empty and dump water into various parts of other lakes. Near Lake Superior, they dumped these gobies, not knowingly. I don't think they did it on purpose, but introduced them to the Great Lakes. And because they're so prolific in reproducing, and the only thing they're going to do is eat up eggs from other species and basically reproduce all over and over again, they also contribute to, shall I say, a decrease in our fishing supplies because they're constantly eating the eggs of the perch, of the smallmouth, and it has been really tough trying to control the gobies. But guess what? We found out that the smallmouth bass love eating them. We found out that the perch love eating them. We found out there's certain fish such as the brown trout love eating them. So it can somewhat balance out in some ways, okay? So we find that these so-called invasive species have made it so difficult for the average fisherman to really enjoy fishing as we would love to have it. And so what some will do, they will take these gobies when they catch them and destroy them. Okay, they don't want to put them back into the water because of how they are really constantly eating the eggs of other fish. And we found out too, this other invasive species called the zebra mussel, concerning back the gobies. You know, it's a type of fish that basically came from the Black Sea, the Caspian Sea, and this European freighter brought them here to the Great Lakes. Your zebra mussels, on the other hand, really originated in somewhere near Eurasia or Russia area, okay? And they're here. What I find that these guys, they're a filter. They're supposed to be filtering the water, but they're eating up and destroying our plankton. You know, zooplankton for the fish that loves to, you know, survive and thrive on. They're eating that all up, okay? So it's just really, it's so difficult what we're dealing with here as far as invasive species. Trying to control has been very challenging. And you'll find that the difference between gobies and zebra mussels is that gobies love eating zebra mussels, okay? And it's just crazy. And zebra mussels, they tend to they come in clusters, all right? And our boaters, those who enjoy boating on Lake Michigan, have a tendency to have those zebra mussels on their boats. If they don't clean their boats, they'll take the zebra mussels into another body of water and they'll redo them, same thing over and over again, over and over again. It doesn't make any sense to do that. So it's important that boaters themselves take the time out to make sure that their boats are clean from zebra mussels. So those are two of the most, I call, prolific invasive species here on Lake Michigan. We still have a great fishery, regardless of what we have as far as invasive species. Just last week, or was it this week, someone actually caught a sturgeon.
Wow.
Caught a sturgeon in Montrose.
What?
Yes, yes. It was in the papers. So again, we have such a great fishery here. Yes.
Sturgeons are the oldest fish,
Yes.
and they've been around since like the dinosaurs.
Prehistoric fish.
And the female sturgeons can live up to be 150
Yes.
years old.
Yes, yes. Look at you. All right. All right. You go. Yeah.